Hey guys, welcome back to Everything Shay. So today we'll be talking about a little bit about colorism. Well, a lot about colorism. Um, my best friend and also my editor, Tay, she gave me some questions on Instagram and some voice notes, and I'm gonna play them for you guys, and I'm gonna answer them truthfully. I just feel like colorism in a whole is just a big problem, you know, everywhere, and it's just really sad, and I always have so much to say about it. And actually, for my senior project for first semester, which was last year, um i I got like a 99% on it. I was really passionate about it. It's just something that I feel like it should be spoken upon more, especially in the Black community. So yeah, let's get into it. Let me see. I'm gonna play the notes from my computer. So let's see. Okay. So I'm just gonna play one thing. I don't think this first one is a question. I think this is just her stating something.
Yeah, I feel like it's a percentage out there of light skinned people who don't feel like that. Just like there's a percentage of white people out there who are not racist. I feel like it's the same thing, but it's widely known. It's the light skin and dark skin thing. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Of course, there's a whole bunch of light skinned people who feel like they're better than dark skinned people, and you also have brown skinned people who hate on dark, like super dark skinned people. So it's also that. So it's a whole bunch going on, and I feel like it's not going to get anywhere because in a couple of years there's going to be a whole bunch of biracial babies and a whole bunch of stuff, and biracial kids having kids with biracial kids. So, at this point, they're about to become their own.
Okay. So I do agree with her. I've done a tremendous amount of research for my colorism presentation, and also I mean I've seen it firsthand. So, it's definitely something that's really heartbreaking that happens everywhere, and it causes division among communities, and it's just really sad to see. But yeah, so let's get on with the first question.
Okay, so my first question, I honestly don't know what the fuck I am, but I'm definitely not light skinned. So as a light skinned person, like what, well, not necessarily in your mind. I also want to know your opinion, but what do you think in their minds is their level of, you know, being superior? Like, what do you think really goes through their mind about being a superior color?
Okay, so the same type of feeling that white people get when they know they're pretty much at the top, they pretty much can do anything they want to. I'm not saying anything they want to as in, crash a car or break the law or something like that. Just shown throughout American history and history in general, they can get away with a lot of things, and they do have privilege. It is such thing as white privilege, and there's such thing as light skin privilege as well. So I I'm guessing with the light skin privilege, they love the feeling of being superior to towards another group of people. And as human beings, we have, it's just this sense of trying to be better than the next person, or thinking that you're worth more than the next person. And in reality, we're not. We're all pretty much the same. you know we're all the same. So I feel like they just like feeling important, and that's probably why they have that attitude, that attitude that excuse me, that they're just better. And you know, sometimes people just need to humble themselves and come back down and realize that we're like all together, we're all one. So it's just really sad that that happens, you know. I've definitely had several conversations with so many friends, and especially my best friends, about the situations that they face, especially as a darker skinned person, and some of the things that were said to them. And it's just, you know, very sickening. And it really makes me want to like do something to them. You know how y'all just protective over y'all friends. I'm very protective over my friends and my best friends. So like when they say something that somebody ignorant told them, or they're saying, oh, I won't date you because you're dark skinned, it just makes me want to just gets me all riled up, makes me want to like punch them, like, okay, you want me to beat them up? Like, it just gets me in my freaking feelings, because I just hate that.
Another question I would ask is, how you feel about being light skinned?
I don't feel no way about it. I mean, you know, you can't help how you are. You can't help how you're born. I've never really thought about it. I like my skin tone. I like who I am. I like what I look like. Of course, we all have insecurities. I'm sorry, insecurities. But yeah, I've never felt no way about it. You know what's crazy? Oh my God, this is so crazy, y'all. And some people aren't gonna believe me when I say this, but I used to want to be darker, you know, because I just thought it was so pretty. The way that I was raised to love everybody and not see. I've never saw appearances. Appearances don't faze me, honey. So yeah, like when I see their beautiful dark skin, I mean, I was just like, dang, like, you know, like I wish I could be that dark skin. Like, they're just so pretty. And I feel like just in life, you always want something that you don't have, you know? Just like how there's people who want to have lighter skin or want to be white or something like that, you know, like Hazley.
And I, oh,
So, yeah. But, I mean, yeah, I don't feel no type of way about being light skinned. It, you know, it is what it is.
Okay, what benefits or what personal benefits have you received being a light skinned person that you've noticed, you've talked about, or you're uncomfortable with?
Okay, that I've noticed, talked about, or uncomfortable with. Okay, so one thing that I have noticed the older that I've gotten, because I didn't realize this when I was younger, and I'm talking about like elementary school age, I didn't notice that people had like a preference for light skins or people who were more exotic that were lighter. I didn't know that that was like a thing. Yeah, so I really started noticing that maybe around 7th grade, 8th grade, you know, people, like I really started noticing how people fetishize lighter skin. How I've talked about it, I don't know. I've had several conversations about how light skins have treated people of darker skin tone, how they feel like they're better, how they act snobby, bougie. Yeah, I've been called bougie so many times, but I've been called bougie based on my skin color instead of my personality. Just like, oh, you light skin, you bougie, da da da. It's kind of like, come on, like, you don't even know me like that. Get to know me first, because now you're just putting a stereotype, because I'm not finna. That's like me saying, if you're gonna call me bougie, that's like me calling you ghetto or ratchet. And it's just like, I've met people, and you know what? It don't even matter what color you are, for you to be ratchet or ghetto. It really doesn't. So same thing with being bougie. It doesn't matter. It's all about your personality. And how has it made me uncomfortable? You know what? I've been uncomfortable by it because it's been dudes to get with me just because I'm light skinned. And like, it's just so weird, especially when it's been white dudes just to get with me just because I'm black and because I'm light skinned. And it's just, no, I don't like it. Yes, that makes me uncomfortable for sure.
And what situations were you put in as a light-skinned person dealing with another dark-skinned person that you felt uncomfortable, or that you, not necessarily that you couldn't speak up, but you kind of felt guilty about because you are light-skinned and, you know, you can't do anything about it, but, you know, you felt disrespected by their comment?
Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna answer this question right. I've spoken with several people who were darker than me or were dark skinned, and they talk down on light skinned people so much, and just fuel with hatred, like, oh, I hate light skins, da 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 da. Oh, except for you, like you're not like them, da 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 da. And it's kind of just like, okay, I'm pretty sure it would look a certain type of way if vice versa, if I would say, oh, well, I don't like dark skins because they do this or they act this way, or the same thing with white folks. If I were to talk about, oh, I don't like white people because they do this and they do that and they talk like this and they act this way. So I have been uncomfortable because they talk down. I've seen them talk down upon them, except they just exclude me. Because honey, I don't act like that. I really don't. I don't act like that. I've never, it's really crazy because my best friend told me today, she was like, but you don't act like that. Like, I've had several people tell me that before. So, it just goes to show that not everybody's the stereotype, just goes to show. The guilty part, I guess the light skin guilty part would be how they would make them feel that way. How other light skins would just act like they're just better than another black person that's darker than them. And it just irks my soul, or the way they probably be like, oh, I won't date you, oh, you're ugly, you're dirty because of your skin tone, or it just, oh my gosh, I just can't tell y'all how much it really just boils my blood. Yeah, I hate seeing it. And actually, if I do see it, and I've seen it several times in school, I nip it in the bud right there. Like, I will go toe to toe with somebody on this subject, like, for sure, because it really needs to be talked about and people need to take it seriously. And light-skinned people need to understand their place of society, and we need to understand the stereotypes about us as well. And we need to break those, because not all of those stereotypes do not define us, and we can be better. The whole point of colorism was to divide the people, was to divide black people. I mean, it goes back to slavery. That was the whole point. So we wouldn't work together, so we wouldn't be strong together. It is so old. I mean, it goes way, way back. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Have you ever been bullied for being light-skinned? And if so, what was it about and how did you feel about it?
Okay, so guys, let me see. I came to my school, which is predominantly black, my high school. Well, I came to the middle school. I was in like 7th grade when I came to my predominantly black middle school. And it was totally different than the schools that I've ever been in before. And my mom, she told me, oh, this is not like your other school. They're gonna treat you differently because you're light skinned. And I was like, what is she talking about? Like, I don't know what she's talking about. That doesn't make sense. How can you do that? Like, it doesn't make sense. Oh, when I got there, people just assume just by how you look. They assume your personality just by how you look. They might dish out attitude. It really doesn't make sense. But yes, I have been bullied for being light skinned. I really don't care. I mean, now it's kind of just like, I feel like people try bullying me and I just never gave them the time of day. And if people really tried that with me, especially in high school, because middle school and high school me was totally different. In high school, I just was not going for that at all. Like, no, you're not gonna bully me. I'm sorry. And you're not gonna bully the next person too. Like, I stick up for people. So yes, I've seen somebody, you know, told me, oh, I don't like light skins, or I don't like you because you're light skinned. You think you're better than anybody. You think you're better than me. You're better than anybody because you're light skinned. When we were just having an argument about something totally different, and it had nothing to do with anything. And, you know, it's kind of just like, no, you're making it a skin tone issue. I'm not making it a skin tone issue. You feel some type of way. I don't feel any type of way about it because I've never projected my energy that way towards you. You're really just jumping to conclusions, and you're putting your insecurities on me, basically. And yes, I have been bullied by dark-skinned girls as well. Yes. It goes both ways, guys. It really does. It goes both ways. Just like I've seen black kids bully white kids at school because they're white. So, come on. There's wrong on both ends. When I got older, I just didn't care anymore. So I don't let nobody bully me like that. But they were trying it. Like, they would say slick stuff. They would be like, oh, you're bougie. Oh, she's just a bougie light skin. Oh, you just got an attitude because you're in light skin. I'm like, girl, I do not have an attitude. Like, I'm just chilling, and you just bothering me for no reason. And you making it about skin tone. Ain't nobody even saying nothing about skin tone. You know.
How do you feel about people that are black of a darker skin tone, and your views on the light skin, dark skin war that's going on?
Okay, I don't feel any type of way. I love everybody. And the dark skin and light skin thing, you know what? I've noticed it when I was in middle school. Yeah, when I was in middle school, I noticed it. Because y'all remember the light skin face. Like, y'all remember that. I didn't even know that was a thing until middle school. Like I said, I've never looked at a person's skin tone and decided, you know, their worth or their beauty or anything like that. So the light skin and dark skin thing, I just wish it wasn't a problem in the black community, in the Latin community, in anywhere. I just wish it wasn't a problem. And it's just the way that history works. And I really don't want to, I love history, but I don't want to get all into it because we're just going to stick to the questions. But the way that history has happened, you know, with the Spaniards and Europeans and England and everywhere else, pretty much jacked everybody up. Yeah, I hate the division between like light skin and dark skin. And of course you have people who don't care, you know, they see past the color. They don't care what color you are, what race you are, because it doesn't matter to them. They judge you based off your character.
How do you feel about especially light-skinned boys? Are they your preference? Do you prefer dark-skinned boys, or does it matter?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I will go out with anybody. A light skin, brown skin, dark skin. It doesn't matter to me, you know. I see beauty in everybody. So, yeah. That's just my opinion, though. I've seen several videos, especially on, like, TikTok, of people saying, oh, you know, I love this type of woman, or I love that. Especially, y'all know that people been hopping on, like, the dark skin wave, too, on TikTok. Like, it's just been random people saying, oh, I like dark skins, da-da-da. And then you find out that they don't. They're just doing it for clout. Yeah. Hate that. That's disgusting as well.
Have you ever experienced any type of discomfort because of your skin tone?
Yes, I have. Even in a predominantly black school and a predominantly white school, it's different feelings, but yes, I have felt like uncomfortable in both situations.
How do you view white people as a light-skinned person? And what are your views on the whole white is right thing?
My views on white people. Yeah, so I've had several friends to tell me, oh, you're light skinned. Oh, you know, white people feel more comfortable around you. You're just like them. You're almost them. Do not ever, like, don't nobody like being, I'm sorry, that would, those type of conversations piss me off so much, especially when people used to bully me by saying, oh, I'm half white, I'm this, that, and the third, oh, I'm white, and what call me white, and that shit pissed me off. I do not like that. I am not half white. Don't do that to me. I'm black. Don't do it. We're all mixed with something, but I am not half white, and I'm not white, so don't, please, honey, don't do it to yourself, you know. And it's crazy because it's like it'd be people who don't know a thing about black people history, and I know, and I love history, and I love black people history, and I know more about black people history than you, honey. So don't do it to yourself. But with the whole white people thing, you know, that's not true. If you're black, you're black. They don't care. Okay, wait, hold on, let me make sure I'm answering the question right.
How do you view white people as a light-skinned person? And what are your views on the whole white is right thing?
Okay, so the whole white is right thing is trash. It's trash. It doesn't make sense. All that, oh, perfect the race, it doesn't make sense. Okay, you know. And if we're really being honest, white skin is a mutation. Yes, do your research. So, yeah, that's basically how I feel about that. And, you know, especially if you're a racist white person, they don't feel more comfortable with you or want to be friends with you more because you're light skinned. Now, see, they might say something slick that they probably wouldn't say in front of a dark skin because you're light skinned. That's what people don't understand.
Word.
Really, nigger? Dude, you're a nigger, honey.
Oh my god.
Do you think because you're not brown, you're not a nigger?
What the fuck?
And see, it's been light skins to let something like that slide. Honey, it ain't gonna slide by me. Okay? You're not finna do that. I don't play that. I'm a very quiet person. I'm very private. I keep to myself. But don't even try it.
How were you treated at a white school being the darkest person, or at a black school being one of the lightest, persons there?
Okay, so let me see. I went to Chambly, and it was okay. That was in middle school. I didn't really notice anything. Nah, I didn't really notice it. I mean, it was a couple times. It was some white girls, and it was like, "Oh, can I touch your hair?" And no. And when I said no, they gave me like a stank look, like I was about to jump on them or something. It was really weird. But it's definitely different. See, when I went to Washita High School, this is in like the country too, because this is in Louisiana, so this is the country. Them white folks were racist, okay? Them white folks were racist. They did not care if you had a good personality or not. You are just a nigga in their eyes, basically. They don't care. They look at you like you're beneath them. Even if you're smarter than them, athletic-wise, better than them, you know more answers than they do, you could read better than them, you look better than them, it don't matter, you know. So it's definitely different. It's definitely a more snobbish attitude. They basically feel like you're just not there, so it's different. From a black school, I don't know, there's hatred and there's love. There's all love. You're gonna meet people that they're not gonna like you because of your skin tone. It happens. I guess it shouldn't happen, but it happens. So you're gonna meet people who don't care and they're all for you, all for black empowerment, especially girls, all for like black women empowerment. They're gonna be for you. They're not gonna care about that. They're gonna, see past your skin tone and, judge you based off of your character. So yeah, that's basically the difference. And honestly, the difference between the white school and the black school that I went to, the black school just had more going on. Like, we had we just had the culture, like, in us, you know? In the white school, they just had the money, basically. They had the money, and they had more vending machines. Yep, that's pretty much about it. Nothing else. And let's not even get started about the history teacher, too. The history is terrible in white schools. Terrible. My history teachers, all of my history teachers, I've had one history teacher that was white, and that's why I went to that white racist school. And all of my teachers have been black. They were history teachers, and they were awesome. They went above and beyond with their teaching, and I loved it. And they literally taught you everything about black people history. Okay, hold on. What is she saying here? I don't know if this is a question.
Have you ever assumed that someone is less attractive because they are dark skinned, honestly? And have you ever assumed that someone is more attractive because they are light skinned?
No. Didn't she like ask me a question like that earlier? I'm not sure if she did. No, I don't see beauty like that. Whatever you're attracted to, you're attracted to. But one thing I will say, if you're attracted to a certain skin tone, don't bring down the other skin tone. So if you're attracted to light skins, don't bring down dark skinned people. If you're attracted to white girls, don't bring down black girls. You know, same thing like that. It was something I was gonna say. What was it? I'll probably remember. I don't know.
Do you think you have been conditioned as a light-skinned person to believe that you are superior in some type of way to darker skin tone?
Nope. So, you know, your parents raising you, that can only take you, you know, half of the way. So not only were my parents raising me to respect everybody and to not put myself up there on a pedestal like I'm just, you know, Queen Elizabeth or anything like that, but I took some personal actions, and I learned from experience, from research, from interacting with people. So no, I don't feel that type of way. I've never did. I didn't even know I was light skinned until like maybe middle school, because it just never brought it up. So yeah, that's all of the questions that my bestie asked me. So if I missed something, I'm pretty sure I did, because colorism, oh my gosh, it covers a lot, especially in different countries, like in Latin America, Asia. It's a big world thing, global thing. So everybody should love everybody. That's how I always felt. I just don't understand the light skin, dark skin thing. And you know what? I have met light skins that were that way, that had, you know, they were the stereotype, they had the attitude, they pretty much had it all. And you know what? I remember I was in drama class with my friend, and it was this freshman, and she was light skinned. Oh, she was so annoying. And she said something, and I just can't remember. It was something along the lines as something about like light skin being prettier or something like that. And me and my friend looked at her, and then we looked at each other. And so I was just like, don't say that around anybody else, because you'll probably get your ass whooped. Don't do that. And I'm like so serious. For you to even be that comfortable, I don't even know you, but for you to even be that comfortable to even say that just because we're light as well, it's not cool. And actually my friend, she's like brown skin, but it's just like, who's raising you? Because that's just not right. Don't say that to me, because I will literally get like so mad. I don't like ignorant stuff. I don't like that. So please, just I hope she doesn't do it again, because if she said that to the wrong person or somebody hurt her, especially at that school, boop boop, basically. So yeah, so it's definitely, like I said, there's definitely hatred on both ends. there's ignorance on both ends. I feel like we should all just try to understand each other's differences and get along. Light skins should definitely understand their position. And you know what? And I will say there's a different type of respect level from light-skinned black women than like light-skinned exotic women, like maybe Latinas, or you know, like different races, I guess, that are lighter. So yeah, there's definitely a difference. I will say that. If anything, they praise those women more than light-skinned black women, unless, and I will say, unless you're like maybe half white, I guess. I don't know, but I have noticed that. If you haven't noticed, I don't know how you haven't, but yeah, they definitely get more praise, the more exotic women, than the light-skinned black women. We get praise as well too, but if you haven't noticed, like even with the rappers, even with black rappers, there's like, they date more exotic women. Like, come on. Yeah. So if there's any more questions, you know, I would love for y'all to ask me, comment below, DM me on my Instagram. DM me on my Instagram. And I hope y'all, we just need to make a change. Like, my generation, we need to just make a change, okay? And I feel like we're making changes little by little, but we need to do something. We need to make more love across the world. I will say that I think my generation is just, we're just changers. Like, we're lovers. You know what, we've came so far in society with the LGBT plus community. I would say with black people community too, with black businesses, black owned businesses. You know, we've came like a long way, the way that we're just making change. And then we're also normalizing, I would say, interracial couples more. Because like interracial couples, of course they've been here, but you know, how many times have they really been like broadcast or like shown on TV or TV shows, movies, or anything like that, you know, or in social media? You know, like now it's more shown, it's normal to us, but to the older generations, they just feel as though, you know, keep between your waist. And you know, if you feel that way, if you want to keep in your waist, go ahead and do that. But don't shun nobody else for not doing it. It's not right, you know. So yeah, with the whole colorism thing, it's disgusting, and I will keep educating people on it every chance that I get, because I didn't even cover half of it. I only scratched the surface because I was only answering questions. And like I said, I did a whole presentation about it. I talked about the history and everything in that presentation. So yeah, it's really, it's deeper than what I'm talking about it, and than what I've said in the video, basically. I'm sorry, getting my words messed up, but you know what? Gotta make a change somehow, little by little. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment anything that you want to say. Yeah, you know, go follow me on Instagram. Go check out my podcast with my best friend. And yeah, you know, peace and love.